This wooded area is known as an anomalous zone. According to the video, back in the 1800s, a meteor struck the village of Kadnika in Poland, killing hundreds of people. Over 200 years have passed since, and this is what the place looks like today. The video's description includes a chilling local legend. Every year, on January 11th, all the lost souls of the villagers who died when a meteor fell from the sky return to the place of their death. They begin to wander aimlessly, back and forth. Anyone who happens to be here on this day can be certain they will see the ghosts. Right now, January 11th, 2021, live from the scene. But in the end, it's only a legend. The creator explores the wooded ravine, looking around and capturing some beautiful photos and footage. One particularly curious moment occurs when his mechanical watch suddenly starts running backwards. After nightfall, he planned to take a few more atmospheric shots and head home. But something happened, something he didn't notice at first. In complete darkness, he saw movement in the distance. As he got closer and squinted into the dark, he assumed it was just his own shadow, but there was a detail he missed at the time.
Это жесть.
In the comments, viewers pointed out ghostly legs, as if someone were hanging from a tree. In reality, as the creator later explained, it turned out to be a local teenager who had climbed up into the tree out of curiosity to watch the blogger from afar. The most interesting part? The creator never noticed him at the time, and if he had, he probably would have been terrified. In September 2024, a YouTuber named Megan posted a disturbing video titled, "I was attacked in the woods by a man." On her channel, she mostly shares her everyday life, regularly uploading travel vlogs and personal updates as she journeys across the US. In this particular video, Megan decided to go on a solo camping trip in a forest in California. At the beginning of the video, she mentions that the purpose of the trip was to take a break from her stressful daily routine and find some peace in the beautiful California wilderness. The first few minutes show Megan catching her viewers up on her life, and at first glance, it really seems like she's completely alone in the woods. There's nothing strange to see or hear. But just moments later, she suddenly hears footsteps approaching. And that's when something truly unsettling happens.
The woods for like 4 hours and decompress. And then I go back home and then he acts like nothing happens. Like a true narcissist. Like the true narcissist here.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Okay, well you scared me.
Oh, thanks. Okay. Scared to get to walk by and eat the stairs.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm pretty hard. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm
You're
sorry.
probably more dangerous than me. You're probably more evil than me. Look at the dark hair you're saying. You're bomb. Little stoner.
Okay, that was terrifying.
A man with a broken bottle appears out of nowhere and begins walking toward Megan. He speaks to her directly. His intentions are unclear, but the situation immediately feels dangerous. Afraid he might harm her, Megan quickly decides to leave the forest. A smart move. Even though the man claimed he didn't mean any harm, the fact that he was holding a broken bottle and approached her says otherwise. Despite the scare, Megan remains positive, even adding a bit of humor, fully aware that she was incredibly lucky to walk away from the situation unharmed. This woman runs a channel called Dee's Dark Adventures, where she documents her explorations of remote and forested areas. In this particular video, uploaded in June 2024, she ventures into the atmospheric woods of Ohio, a place she simply couldn't resist exploring. The description of the video reads, "I head out into the woods of Ohio when I found a strange trail. I follow it till nightfall, and it directs me right into the middle of a hunting team of BF, until it begins to take chase for a long distance into an open field." We watch as she makes her way through the forest, and even in daylight, the journey feels unsettling, let alone in the middle of the night. For a while, nothing overtly frightening happens, until suddenly, out of nowhere, something becomes visible.
What is on my face? Yeah. Hi. Hi. Yep. Yep. I gotta get down. I can't go home. Oh. Ah. Oh, fuck. Sorry. No! Stop! 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 Please! 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 I'm leaving! I'm leaving! I'm leaving! Where's my stuff?
As you can see, a pair of glowing eyes shines between the trees, seemingly watching her every move. A few minutes later, her fear intensifies. A human-like silhouette can be seen following her, clearly trying to scare her off and drive her away. Fortunately, she manages to find her way out of the forest quickly. In the end, she leaves the area unharmed.
What is that? No! The fuck is it? Dude, no! It looks like a person, man. But no person. It looks like a fucking person. Stop! That ain't a person. That ain't a person. Ah! It just keeps getting up and down, up and down. Stop! Fuck, I can't run. Ah! Somebody drive by, somebody drive by.
But in the comments beneath the video, viewers were quick to suggest that this wasn't a person lurking in the woods at all. Instead, many argued that it was a black bear, one that may have been preparing to attack. Justin from the Limitless Outdoors YouTube channel had the scare of his life when he came face to face with an entire pack of hungry wolves, completely unarmed. After hearing howls from a nearby mountain, he decided to blow his whistle a few times to grab their attention. Within just 5 minutes, members of the pack started appearing at the bottom of the hill, seemingly curious about the sound.
Day not to have a gun. Here they come. I don't have a gun.
At this point, most people would probably call it a day and run for their lives, but not Justin. Instead, he kept calling out, trying to lure them in even closer. 2 of the hungry predators locked eyes with him for several tense minutes before finally deciding to turn around and rejoin the others, who had already started to leave. I can only hope Justin realizes just how lucky he was to make it out of there alive. A motorcyclist unexpectedly came across a mysterious girl in the California mountains, and she turned out to be a teenager who had gone missing several years earlier. The rider's name is Joey, and he runs a YouTube channel where he films his extreme motorcycle adventures across different parts of California. He was riding his motorcycle through the California mountains when he came across a mysterious girl. He and his friend were traveling down a long, rocky road with no one in sight for miles. No one could have expected to see a lone figure walking in such a desolate area. Everything seemed normal until the path led them along the base of a mountain, and Joey was shocked by what he saw.
What the fuck? Where did she come from? Okay, that is creepy. That is so creepy. Brennan's gonna freak out. Do I go back and look for him? What the hell? Where did she come from?
The motorcyclists began discussing whether the girl needed help and whether they had seen her somewhere before. You can see how startled they were as they quickly turned their motorcycles around and decided to leave. Strangely, the girl walked past them like a ghost, without even glancing in their direction. It seemed as if she was in some sort of trance or a deeply altered mental state. Alone in the mountains, barefoot, and far from civilization.
Missing girl in Anza. This came up right here. It's Carly Goose. She actually went missing from Bishop, which is about 3 hours away. But it was just kind of weird how it popped up. So I looked at her face. She has a couple different pictures too. And it popped in my head. I was like, dude, that is her. I have a weird feeling it's her. So what we're going to do is we're going to call it in.
Soon, Joey realized that the girl was 16-year-old missing person Carly Lane Gousset. He immediately called the local sheriff to report the sighting.
Hello, I'm calling about a missing persons report. And I think I might have seen the girl.
Do you know the name of the person?
Yes, it's Carly Gousset. She went missing in Bishop, California. But I was out in Hemet. It's like Batista Canyon Road out in the mountains. And I came across a girl that looks really close to her out in the hills, right off the side of the road. And I seen a picture of it and it just kind of popped in my head and it looked exactly like her. So I thought I'd call in and make a report at least.
Okay, do you know the cross street to Batista Canyon? Where you saw her?
Yeah, hang on one second.
The last time she had been seen was in October 2018, and this video was recorded on July 19th, 2019. What happened to her, and why she had been missing for almost a year, remains a mystery to this day. The next video was uploaded to the YouTube channel Stealth Diggers. This channel features videos about metal detecting, digging, and uncovering hidden artifacts and pieces of history. Their passion for the past makes their content truly fascinating. But in one particular video, they stumbled upon something they couldn't explain. They were deep in the woods, finding all sorts of old items, when things took a strange turn.
Oh, sick. It's the Quaker Jr. Nice. Yeah, come check this out. Wow. Isn't that cool?
That's very cool.
They started digging, but at one point began hearing something odd, and strangely enough, it seemed to be coming from beneath the ground. The creator said he had no idea what it could have been.
Are you listening to the ground? What do you hear?
There's noise coming up from under the rock.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I heard it a little bit more a few minutes ago, but
Like animal noise or?
like movement. Right about here. I'm serious. Oh.
There's definitely something under there.
Let's see if we can pick it up. So you definitely hear that, right?
Oh yeah. There's something digging around in there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you were eating. I was like, you're talking, but I'm like, something going on.
Perhaps it was an animal burrowing under the rocks. Others believe it might have been caused by some kind of underground volcanic activity capable of producing similar sounds. Either way, it was a creepy encounter in the middle of the forest. Imagine camping out at night and suddenly hearing noises like that coming from directly beneath you. Still, they continued their exploration, never quite figuring out what exactly they had heard underground. A man was spending the night alone in his camper, deep in the woods, when something truly disturbing happened. It got so bad that he had to call 911. His name is Larry, and he runs an active YouTube channel where he documents his truck camping adventures and off-grid lifestyle in the American Southwest. The video is titled, "He Broke Into My Camper While I Was Inside." In the middle of the forest, about 12 miles south of Williams, Arizona, this lone camper suddenly heard a woman screaming for help late at night just outside his RV. Grabbing his camera, he began recording everything.
Hello? Do you need help?
While searching for the source of the screams, he noticed a man hiding behind the trees watching him. Moments later, gunshots rang out in the distance. Terrified, Larry sprinted back to his truck, slammed the door shut, and dropped to the floor to stay out of sight from the windows. The sounds of footsteps could clearly be heard circling the campsite. Larry quickly dialed 911 to report what was happening.
911, what's your emergency?
Yes, please. Hey.
Later, after confirming the call had gone through, he armed himself with his non-lethal weapon and cautiously stepped outside to check the area. But by then, no one was there. The screams had stopped. To this day, it remains a mystery who was calling for help and who was lurking outside Larry's camper that night. This man found an old GoPro camera deep in the forest and discovered disturbing footage of a missing person on it. He was walking alone when he noticed an abandoned tent camp along the way. Switching on the camera on his phone, he began documenting everything he saw. Belongings were scattered everywhere. The campfire had long since burned out, and the whole area was covered with fallen leaves. It looked as though the people had vanished in an instant. The most horrifying part was that, inside the camp, he stumbled upon a dead, torn-apart dog, which he buried in the ground. A little further on, he came across the GoPro camera. In the description of the original video, it says, "Why did I even decide to make this video? I'm not a detective, not some kind of search specialist. Even a huge search team couldn't find the slightest trace of this guy all these days. The answer is simple. I found a strange tent camp deep in the forest, and what shocked me most was the disturbing video I personally discovered near the spot where the missing person was last reportedly seen. Later, it was revealed that the camera had belonged to the missing man. His name was not disclosed in the original video, and his face was censored. The author stated, "I'm not allowed to publicly disclose the details of the investigation or the identity of the missing person without the permission of their relatives and the police." Before handing it over to the police, the young man played the recordings and saw mysterious footage that might help shed light on where the man had disappeared. He saved the files onto his computer and then gave the evidence to the investigators. The nature reserve where it all happened covers about 10 square miles. It was here, just 4 days earlier, that the man had vanished without a trace. Search teams and police found no clues whatsoever. The footage from the camera had to be shortened because of repetition, but the strangest and most unsettling moments were left intact. Who was he filming all this for? What exactly happened to him? Perhaps someone had been following him, or maybe a wild animal approached his tent at night. It's possible he was running from someone and dropped the camera on the tracks near the bridge. Or maybe he vanished into the ground entirely, never to be found again. There are thousands of theories, but not a single answer. What is certain is that this was the place where everything happened, and this was the very spot later examined by police, who carried out a full inspection of the camp. The young man who found the camera was also questioned. To this day, nothing is known about the missing person. No official details have been released. This video was recorded by 36-year-old cyclist Malcolm Fox, who accidentally captured a terrifying encounter on his GoPro after taking a wrong turn while riding through a wooded area in Somerset West, South Africa. In May of 2016, his camera recorded a man rushing toward him. The stranger demanded that he hand over all of his belongings.
That's all I got on me. I promise.
Having never been robbed before, The cyclist later told Cape Times, "I know it's a cliche, but in that moment, I wondered if I was about to become another statistic. If my 2 boys would grow up without a father." This wasn't a lone attacker. It was a group of robbers. One man took Malcolm's bike, while another frisked him with a knife in hand. Luckily for Fox, the assailants had no idea they were being filmed. Fox said, "The footage is so clear, I hate to think he could have gotten away with it." As it turned out, the robbers did not get away. The suspects were arrested thanks to the GoPro footage, and all of Malcolm's belongings were recovered. All because of one small camera. YouTuber Trevor from the channel Summit or Nothing set out on another hike. His channel already features dozens of videos documenting his journeys through rocky landscapes and forested trails. This time, however, he embarked on a solo adventure across the misty expanses of Dartmoor, planning to spend the night in the wilderness. The video is titled, "I Am Not Alone, Eerie, Scary Solo Camp." The path was not an easy one, but after pushing through, he eventually found a cozy spot to set up camp among the fog-covered hills. He pitched his tent and settled inside. As evening fell, a dense fog rolled over the area, and everything around him became eerily silent. Trevor lay down, hoping for a quiet rest, when suddenly a strange noise outside broke the silence and instantly set off alarm bells in his mind. Summoning his courage, he called out to the unseen intruder and decided to find out what was lurking nearby.
Hey! Someone eating my poles. What are you doing? Don't eat my poles. No. 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 Go on. Go away. You're eating my ropes. You're going to snap on my ropes, you little git. Come on. Nick off. Go on. You're not coming in here. Good boy.
To his relief, the mysterious visitor turned out not to be a predator or a malicious stranger, but simply a wild horse curious about his tent. After this brief encounter, the rest of the night passed without incident. The next morning, Trevor packed up his camp and left the misty Dartmoor behind, safe and unharmed. The events took place in 2014 and are still remembered by many as a real-life nightmare. Siberia, the Western Sayan Mountains. This is Sergey. Sergey is an experienced hunter, hardened by years in the wilderness, a true professional. What he encountered there was terrifying, something unlike anything you've seen before. The channel where the chilling footage of Sergey the Hunter was uploaded in February 2019 is called Bad Pioneer. This channel does not belong to Sergey himself. The recordings were published by his friend, also a hunter, who films and uploads various videos on the subject. Sergey had often set out on multi-day, even multi-week expeditions deep into the wilderness, where he hunted and lived completely alone in the wild. Upon arriving at the site and choosing a suitable spot for his camp, Sergey spent several days and nights searching for traces of his desired prey, the Manchurian wapiti. This is a large and extremely skittish species of deer, which hunters usually stalk at night, setting decoys in places where it might appear. One night, Sergey picked the perfect spot, climbed up into a tree, and settled in to wait. That was when his nightmare began. At first, everything seemed normal, but around 1 in the morning, strange metallic sounds of unknown origin broke the silence. Keep in mind, the man was in the middle of the forest, roughly 60 miles from the nearest village.
Какой-то непонятный. Время где-то около часа ночи. Стук такой, как металлический.
The faint, rhythmic, metallic knocking continued for about half an hour before it began to change, sounding completely different.
Ничего не пойму. Как будто люди какие-то, хотя здесь быть не может.
Disturbed by what he was hearing, Sergey decided to end his hunt, head back to camp, and try to make sense of the situation. But on the way back, he heard new noises, this time much closer. In an attempt to scare off whatever was out there, he lit a fire, but in doing so only revealed his position. The fear grew stronger. It seemed as though something was moving around him, breaking branches, fully aware of exactly where the hunter was.
Вон там где-то. Тихо. Костер мешает слушать. Тихо, старик. Это пищевая, вон там. Тихо. Перестала, что ли? Вот. Ну-ка, пошли. Ноги, блядь. Так, рюкзак собираем. Растаскивай головешки. Тихо. Блядь, тушим давай. Тихо, чтобы не поехала никуда. Сейчас зальем их нахуй. Фляжку давай, блядь. Да тут вода, не до воды, блядь. Заливай. Заливай, блядь. Тихо. Давай, не ссы. Быстрее, блядь.
Realizing the situation was critical, Sergei climbed back into a tree to defend himself from above. Soon he fired a shot, and then a scream echoed through the forest. The sound stopped for a while, but only for an hour. Then they returned, louder and closer than before.
О-о-о. Ты чё, блядь? Давай, блядь. Быстрее, нахуй. Давай, блядь. Дерево, нахуй.
Sergei hastily built a makeshift shelter and continued firing in self-defense. After several shots, silence fell once again. Silence that lasted until morning. What really happened to him that night? What did he encounter in the dark forest? Was it simply an animal producing those unnatural sounds? Later in his expedition, Sergei came across old traces of human activity. Trees marked with cuts for collecting resin, and not far from them, an abandoned camp. In the video's comments section, viewers immediately began writing that it must have been a skinwalker, a creature from Native American folklore said to mimic human voices. According to legend, this ability makes lone travelers easy prey. Others believe Sergei may have come face to face with Bigfoot, but the truth is, no one knows what actually happened that night. Perhaps Sergei simply stumbled upon another hunter, and in the isolation of the wilderness, they both frightened each other. Back in 2017, a cyclist was filming his ride through a dense, shadowy forest when he stumbled upon something straight out of a nightmare. He even thought about riding closer, assuming it was just a scarecrow or an abandoned doll. But the nearer he got, the stronger the unsettling feeling grew. Something was off. Very off. Without a second thought, he turned around and rode away. Seriously, who in their right mind would stand motionless in the middle of the woods in a clown costume, staring into nothing? In the middle of a wooded area, there was a small bend and a stream. Nearby stood a dense grove and a hunting stand. The man filming, along with his wife, recorded everything that was happening. They climbed up into the stand and simply waited for animals to appear, capturing whatever passed by. You can spot squirrels, 2 raccoons, and so on. But soon, something strange occurs. Watch and listen. At first they thought it might have been some kind of vehicle, like a motorboat passing along the river. But could those sounds have been something more mysterious? Was it a mountain lion? A wolf? A bear? What do you think? Who could that roar belong to? Here's another similar video, where a man named Jim Hammer uploaded a clip and asked his friends to help explain what he might have heard that day. From deep in the forest came the roar of an unknown creature. scream or shriek lasted several seconds and was followed by the cracking of branches. Many in the comments suggested it could have been some kind of forest animal, possibly even a moose during mating season. But the video itself has been spreading across the internet under the title, The Roar of Bigfoot. So what do you think? Who or what is making that sound? After finishing his fishing trip, the creator of the TikTok account LinkSangler was heading home. To get there, he had to cross a field full of cows. At first, everything seemed calm, but suddenly, something happened that gave him quite a scare.
It's okay. Don't run at me. You're alright, you're alright. Hey! You're alright, mate, you're alright. You're a fucking big boy, you. You're a fucking big boy. Young bull. Hey, what's up with all these cows following me? It's like I'm getting chased out the field, mate. Oh damn. What the fuck? I'm actually getting chased by cows, I'm not even fucking joking. Fucking hell. Got straight over. What the fuck, mate? Oh my god. I'm shaking because I'm pumped full of adrenaline right now. But I've just been chased through a field by 3 young bulls and all of their cows. Oh mate.
The animals initially just followed him from a distance, but soon, several cows and bulls broke into a run, charging straight toward him. The situation turned out to be both funny and terrifying. After all, a stampede like that could easily trample a person to death. On February 3rd, 2009, 3 men, all 24 years old, set out on a hiking trip along the Amicalola River in North Georgia and were never seen again. After years of unsuccessful searches, a local hunter stumbled upon a Sony camera lying neatly on the bank of the Amicalola River. He turned it over to the police. What they found on the camera was truly disturbing footage of the very same young men who had gone missing back in 2009. The recordings were also shown to the victims' families. One of the parents eventually decided to make the footage public, hoping that someone, somewhere might recognize something, anything, that could help uncover the truth about what really happened. But based on what's seen in the footage, the chances that the men were still alive seemed tragically slim.
We're gonna head on up there to that Amicalola. They call it the Jugulbla River in Navajo, but there's no Navajos around here, and the Cherokees, they call it the Amicalola. So that's kind of the name that we go with around here, in these parts. Yep. Stick shift. So, I guess we're gonna go stop. We're gonna go, I kinda wanna hike a little further back though.
I brought some fire starter.
That trail starts to head up that mountain, right up that way, so we can either set it here, or hike up the mountain for a minute and see if we got anything worthwhile, huh?
That's it.
Alright, let's go. Oh, man, we got camping gear to get. Let's go. It's like 2 in the morning. We just found a campsite.
The guys had planned to spend a few days in the wilderness, fishing, drinking beer, and enjoying the winter outdoors. But, as you'll soon see in the video, they weren't alone out there. In the early part of the footage, the group is seen setting up their campsite, opening beers, chatting, and having a good time. But if you listen closely, you can hear a car or truck door opening and slamming shut 3 times in the distance. This suggests that a vehicle may have pulled up nearby, and that possibly 3 or more individuals, maybe even accompanied by dogs, exited the vehicle.
Guys, to a night filled with change. Let us...
Why does he talk so loud?
Rejoice. Let us...
Does everybody know why he talks so loud?
Listen, I am a local guide on this land. This tree here, this is called the Aklongo.
White rabbits, they follow me everywhere I go. They are manita. Oh, please shit, that just freaked me out.
They just freaked me out. I would see life, man.
Do cops get sneaky? Yeah, like that's a fucking... Dude.
In the final scenes, the tone shifts dramatically. The men are clearly fleeing through the forest, running from someone or something. Their breathing is heavy. Dogs can be heard barking, and at 9 minutes and 35 seconds into the recording, a gunshot rings out. It's a gunshot. One of the men screams and drops the camera. After years of searching, only the camera was ever found, miles away from their original campsite, and what was on it was nothing short of horrifying. In September 2020, John and Tim from Exploration Unknown uploaded a video documenting a visit to a so-called abandoned altar deep in the woods. From the very beginning, there were warning signs. Signs they might have been better off heeding.
It's supposed to be public land. Well, maybe it's like this over here, somebody's private property. But I know this over here should be like public land.
After spotting a strange marker near the trail, it was unclear whether they were on public or private land. But just a few minutes in, they got their answer. A car pulled up, a man stepped out, and it quickly became obvious he was the property owner. He raised a weapon and ordered them to leave immediately.
Key your light, dude. Key. Oh my God, dude, it's a car. Shh, hide. Dude, they were waiting. Somebody's here. Shh. Get down. Oh God, dude, we gotta get out of here. You shut that engine off. Oh God, he's getting out.
Hey, that thing you damn lights are fair.
Oh God, he's got a gun. Okay, we gotta get out of here. Okay, go. Oh God, Tim, you okay? Tim, you okay? Get up, dude, come on, get up. Are you hit? Oh God, run, dude, run.
It's one of those nightmare scenarios. Say something, and you might reveal your exact position to someone potentially unstable and armed. Stay silent, and the situation could spiral even further out of control. As they ran through the woods, a shot rang out behind them. At first, it looked like Tim might have been hit. He dropped to the ground suddenly, but it turned out he had tripped or ducked in response to the gunfire. Either way, the shot was real, and so was the danger. Thankfully, they both made it out unharmed. They never returned to that place. To this day, it's unclear where John originally got the tip about a so-called altar in the forest, but clearly the information was wrong. One thing's for sure. It's a good thing he spotted the man in the car before stepping too far out into the clearing. If he hadn't, this video might never have been uploaded at all. On the afternoon of May 21st, 2022, a powerful derecho storm struck Canada. In the video description it reads, "My bushcraft shelter saved our lives. We survived a tornado." This is Tyson Pierce, who runs a YouTube channel where he films his outdoor adventures and wilderness trips. But on one fateful day, what began as a simple outing turned into a terrifying ordeal. Tyson was in Hawkesbury, Canada, together with his younger brother and a friend. They were building what Tyson called a survival shelter. The group had almost finished constructing the cabin when Tyson suddenly received an urgent weather alert on his phone.
Canada has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Mobile coverage area, take cover immediately if threatening.
But they were deep in the woods, far from safety, with no time to escape. For the record, no one was injured. Once again, to be clear and in line with YouTube's rules, no one was harmed.
Holy shit! I'm going. Oh, je pense qu'il y a une tornade. Non, oui, on peut pas se sauver, c'est d'être là. Check. Check.
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait?
Elle s'en vient, reste en dedans.
Non.
En dedans. Non, on peut pas, il est trop tard. En dedans. Reste en dessous! Tornado!
tornado! Stay low! Stay low! Stay low! Stay low! Stay! 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 Stay low!
Is it leaving?
No! Stay! 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 Oh, buddy! Stay! 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 In this small ball! In this small ball! In this small ball! Stay low! No! No! We're good! We're good! We're good! Fuck!
No, we're dying. We're dying. We're dying.
No! Stay! Stay! Shit, bro!
Oh my god. Tice.
Stay! Stay!
Stay, Miguel.
Stay! Stay!
We're gonna wait until
Holy shit!
Tice, please, don't make me.
C'est good, c'est good, on est good.
On est good? But sir, 100% sir.
Please, God, please, please.
God, s'il vous plaît.
S'il vous plaît.
Oh my God, no.
Please, no. Stay low, stay low.
No.
Stay.
No.
Holy
Tyson, please.
Stay. Please, God, please.
God, please.
C'est good, on est good.
On est correct.
On est correct, guys, on est good. S'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît, Paul. Please go.
Thanks to the remarkable strength of the shelter they had built, everyone survived. After the tornado passed, Tyson showed the condition of their hut. It was covered in cracks, but it remained standing. If not for the shelter they had constructed in the forest, their chances of survival would have been very slim. This is Angelo, from the YouTube channel Exploring with Angelo. He set out on another trip into the woods, bringing all the necessary gear with him, unaware that this time he would encounter something deeply unsettling. When night fell, Angelo used his flashlight to try and make his way out of the dense dark forest as quickly as possible. But within minutes, something happened. That creeping sense of unease, as if someone was watching. At first, Angelo told himself it was just nerves.
Thought I heard something over here too. Oh, what the hi? Can I help you? What the okay, that's creepy. What are you doing? Okay, this is really weird. What the hell? Why are you just standing there? Okay, this is getting really weird. Hello? Okay. Why is he just standing there? Yeah, I don't know what your problem is, but... What the f... What is his deal? Okay, he just like motioned towards me. Where the hell is he going?
A hooded man was standing by a tree, his face hidden in the shadows. Angelo tried to make contact, hoping for some kind of response, but the man didn't move. He simply stared silently. With adrenaline surging, Angelo bolted back through the forest, his flashlight trembling in his hand. Every snapping branch behind him sounded like footsteps. Every shifting shadow seemed to close in. Finally, after a long, frantic run, he made it out of the woods, reached his car, locked the doors, and drove away. His heart was pounding wildly. What had started as a curious adventure turned into a night he would never forget. This YouTuber, named Pasha, ventured deep into the forest, to a dark, atmospheric, abandoned village that locals refuse to talk about. People once lived here, but eventually left due to famine and unemployment. Nothing would grow, not vegetables, not fruit, and civilization was miles away. Now, the homes stand empty. Their walls are covered in moss, trees have grown through the roofs, and the paths have nearly vanished. But what Pasha found out there is hard to put into words. In the video's description, he writes, "Someone has been scattering huge amounts of candy all through the woods and hanging witchcraft symbols on trees. It's all happening in an old, creepy, abandoned village deep in the forest. I'm going there alone, at sunset, to see for myself whether there's anything supernatural going on, or if it's just a story locals tell to scare people. I'll find out and show you everything." At first, everything seemed calm, until he started noticing strange, wooden symbols hanging from almost every tree. Some were old and rotted, others looked freshly made. Sticks of different sizes were tied together with human hair and bits of string, forming eerie shapes and signs. Who made them, and why? To ward off strangers? Or were they part of some ritual? As he went deeper into the abandoned village, Pasha began spotting colorful candy scattered along the ground, hundreds of pieces lining the trail and scattered near old houses. Who would do this, and for what reason? Locals say that at night, a shadowy figure of an old woman is often seen wandering these woods alone. Could she be the one leaving the symbols and candy behind? A witch, perhaps? Following the candy trail, Pasha eventually reached an old but still standing house. Inside, he was stunned. Dozens of those same witchcraft symbols were hanging from the ceiling above him. While exploring the rooms, he suddenly heard footsteps outside, and then noticed someone, or something, watching him through the window. He rushed outside to check, but no one was there. Everything he encountered that night felt wrong, deeply unsettling. Before long, Pasha decided to leave the place as quickly as possible. To this day, no one knows who or what is behind all of this. This strange place in Ohio is known as Helltown, an abandoned little town shrouded in unsettling stories. Many visitors say they feel incredibly uneasy here, and it's not hard to see why, given the horrific events that took place long ago. The town was originally founded by a group of Native Americans, many of whom tragically lost their lives during a brutal battle with settlers and colonial troops. Countless people died here, and those who survived eventually left Helltown in search of a new home. Fast forward to today, few dare to visit this area alone. Many believe the land itself is cursed. A YouTuber from the channel Urbex Hill decided to explore Helltown by himself, at night. What he captured on camera is chilling. The video, titled "Very Terrifying Dangerous Encounter in Helltown, Ohio," shows him walking through a dense forest where he comes across an old barn. From this moment, things start to get strange.
It's the barn of Helltown.
At first, everything seems quiet, but as he continues deeper into the woods, things take a frightening turn.
Yeah, this shit's kinda creepy. It's like a little shack back here. I'm surprised this barn is still standing despite how old it is. What the hell is that? What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
The man suddenly freezes. Strange sounds echo from somewhere nearby. It's clear he's terrified, though it's hard to tell what exactly he's hearing. Later, it becomes likely that a pack of coyotes was howling together in the distance. Still, whether it was coyotes or something else, those haunting screams cutting through the darkness were deeply unsettling. Then things escalate. He suddenly stops again. Watch closely.
I keep hearing something. It sounds like it's following me. What the fuck is that? Something's over there. I can hear it. This stuff is like quicksand.
Two glowing eyes appear in the distance, watching him from behind the tall grass. It looks as if whatever it is getting ready to attack. The man realizes it's alive when he sees it duck down to hide. Whatever that creature was, it was large, easily taller than the surrounding grass. Moments later, he shuts off his camera and runs back to his car in panic. 3 friends had no idea that on this night, they would become victims of an attack right in the middle of the forest where no one could hear their cries for help. This chilling story took place in Belgium, where YouTuber Ciaz and 2 of his friends decided to explore an abandoned campsite hidden deep within a forested area. But even before they reached the site, something truly terrifying happened. On December 29th, 2023, the group arrived at the edge of the forest, preparing to film their next urban exploration video. As soon as they stepped out of the car, the air filled with the sound of loud barking echoing from deep within the woods. At the entrance, they noticed a fallen tree blocking the path. Scrawled across it was a disturbing message. Private. This is a space of prayer. Please respect the space. Behind it stood another sign. Beware. Ciaz mentioned that none of these warnings were there the last time he visited. Despite growing unease, they stepped over the trunk and continued deeper into the forest. Moments later, an eerie creaking sound echoed around them, as if a door somewhere was slowly opening.
Die deur, die wint niet. Ik hoor ze...
Nee, dat was een beest.
Zeker?
Ja.
Oh,
nee.
Waar is dat?
Dat was een deur,
Dat is een deur, hè?
Hallo?
Ik de wind ook gaan, ja.
Schijnen zo.
Oh, maat.
Hallo? Mogen wij hier binnenkomen? Moet je een prof nog wachten.
Dit is zo creepy, maat.
Concerned they might be trespassing, the YouTubers tried to find another way in. They followed a nearby trail, hoping to avoid restricted property, but soon came across another obstacle. A large tree wrapped in red and white caution tape. A freshly posted sign read, "No access. Private area under camera surveillance." Still, curiosity outweighed fear. Determined to capture compelling footage, the 3 friends climbed over the barrier and ventured further into the unsettling woods, unaware of what was about to happen next.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh. Dat is toch niet mijn auto of zo, hè? Lamp aan of niet? Hallo? 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 What the fuck? What the fuck? Hey!
Later, while they paused to adjust their lights, a woman in white suddenly emerged from the darkness, holding an axe and walking quickly toward them. Panic broke out immediately. The woman, who appeared to be in a trance or possessed, was later taken into custody by the police. The 3 YouTubers, shocked and exhausted, drove home in silence. They later described the experience as a traumatic, life-threatening encounter that left a lasting mark on their memories. Though they escaped without physical harm, the memory of that night and of the woman in white remains a haunting reminder that some abandoned places are best left alone. 2 friends were riding their motorcycles through the mud in the forests of Poland. In the description of the video it says, "Angry and stupid people are setting deadly traps in the forest." Motocross riders were enjoying enduro riding through forests and a quarry until they were faced with a deadly steel cable trap. Watch what happened and what could have happened. At one moment, an incident occurred where one of the riders nearly lost his head. At the very last second, he managed to dodge a steel cable that had been stretched tightly between 2 trees. This trap could have caused serious injury if the rider hadn't ducked in time. What kind of trap was this? What kind of madman hiding in the forest could have set it up? And most importantly, why? You can clearly hear the anger and swearing from the riders. At one point, they even considered hiding in the forest for a while to see if someone would return for the cable. In the end, they simply untied the wire and took it with them, planning to throw it far away from the spot. Do you have any idea who could have done this, and for what purpose such a cable was set up? Sam is a YouTuber from Cleveland, Ohio, who has been running a channel called Northern Wind since 2016. There he shares videos of his trips and stealth camping adventures. For those who don't know, stealth camping is when people pitch tents or park camper vans in unexpected places without paying for a campsite. The locations vary, from city parks to remote forests. In January 2024, Sam uploaded a video about his trip into the Cleveland woods, where he parked his camper near a local dog park and then headed deeper into the forest. On his way, he came across a torn, abandoned tent. It was a grim sight, but Sam continued on. He set up camp, lit his stove, and began cooking dinner. As darkness fell, two strangers walked past his sight. Even then, Sam noted that there was something off about them, an uneasy energy, almost like a hidden threat. Experienced campers often say, if your instincts tell you something is wrong, it's better to pack up and leave. But Sam decided to stay the night and kept filming.
There's somebody, hang on. I don't know if they could see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. I'm leaning right up against the light, but somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent.
Later, while lying in his tent, he heard footsteps outside, and they were getting louder. At first, he called out to the strangers, but no one answered. Only on the 5th attempt did someone finally respond, and in that moment, every camper's worst fear became reality for Sam.
Hello? Hello? Alright, I don't like this. Hello? Hello? They're touching my tent. Stop. Hello? Alright, I'm getting the f*** out of here. Hello? Hello? I don't know what the f*** this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on. Hello? Okay, they're walking away now. What do you want? What do you want? I have a knife. Where's my knife? They're f***ing with me. They're f***ing with me here. Holy crap. Get away. What do you want? Hello? I can't see you. Hello? All right, I'm getting out of here. We're getting the hell out of here.
Many viewers later pointed out that Sam had made a mistake by saying things like, I can't see you, I'm scared, or I don't like this. Such words might have revealed weakness. The strangers seemed to leave, but when Sam stepped out of his tent, he saw them again. They were standing nearby, silently staring at him.
I think they went this way. I see you. Get away! All right, I'm spooked. I don't like this. Get my headlamp on and we're getting out of here right now. They're just standing there. They're just standing there. What do you want? Leave me alone!
After this ominous scene, he decided to pack up immediately and return to his van, but things only got worse.
I'm gonna call 911 if you come near me. All right, they're moving again. I don't know, I'm getting out of here. We're going. I'll come back for this some other time. All right, let's get the hell out of here. I'm leaving, don't follow me!
As he turned back, he saw the strangers taking his belongings. Sam didn't intervene. The fear for his life was stronger. He ran, realizing he was being followed. Reaching his camper, he drove away, and later told his viewers about everything. Many accused him of staging the whole thing, arguing that no one would keep filming while being chased through the woods at night, but his reaction appeared genuine. It remains unknown who those people were or what they wanted. Perhaps it was a cruel prank, though their goal clearly wasn't just theft. What would have happened if Sam hadn't run? We will never know, and maybe that's for the best. In one of the Outdoor Boys YouTube videos, Luke Nichols experienced every camper's worst nightmare. What began as a peaceful night with his son Jacob suddenly turned terrifying when a pack of wolves closed in and began howling right outside their tent.
Let's turn it around so I can work on it a bit. You hear that?
Luke immediately dropped his voice to a whisper, and even used hand signals to communicate with the camera. It wasn't fear for himself that kept him quiet. It was the thought of Jacob waking up and panicking. Jacob had always been terrified of wolves, and Luke knew he couldn't let his son face that moment unprepared. For several tense minutes, the wolves lingered in the darkness, circling. Then, just as suddenly as they had come, the predators slipped back into the woods. The YouTube channel The Dog Daddy is entirely dedicated to dog training. No camping trips, no nighttime forest walks, nothing like that. Just content about canine behavior and obedience. But in one particular video, something completely unexpected happened. Something that unsettled and even frightened both the creator and his audience. It all started when he posted a short video about a strange encounter. A woman unexpectedly showed up at his property, saying she wanted to see his dogs. He found it odd and did what anyone would do. He started recording.
Sorry, what'd you just say?
I heard you had these beautiful black German shepherds here, so I came down to say hi.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Is it okay if I come in? Just for a quick second.
Oh no, we don't really allow visitors in.
I came a long way just to...
How'd you even know they were here?
Somebody told me. This is where you...
How did you get here? How did you get here?
I walked from all the way down the road. Someone dropped me off.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, no, we don't really allow visitors. We just moved in, and you know, these dogs, they're out here with me now. They're friendly, but we have some rescue dogs and even protection dogs and behind the other gate over there. So, you know, we don't really have a open door policy.
I'm really great with dogs. Is it okay if I meet them? You'll see, I'll show you.
No, if these guys, they're out, if they want to come say hi at the gate, it's okay, but we don't really have any visitors on the property.
I mean, this is like the only...
No, don't open the gate. Like I said, the dogs in the back, they are not as friendly as the ones that are out here, so please don't open the gate.
I'll show you. It's just going to be a quick second.
No, not today. Maybe another time, but we're not allowing visitors. And I don't even know how he got here.
I told you I came down the road. Listen. Fuck you.
Can you just let go of the gate?
I thought you were nice. I just wanted to say hi to your dog.
No, we are nice. We just don't allow visitors on the property.
The woman claimed she had heard about his black German shepherds and came to say hello to them. He explained that he doesn't allow visitors onto his property because he keeps different types of dogs there. Some friendly, some trained for protection and rescue work. But the woman wouldn't leave. She kept standing at the gate, insisting that he let her in. Eventually she left. A few days later, in the middle of the night, the trainer's dogs were awakened by a strange noise. Their barking wasn't playful this time. It was sharp, alert, defensive. Armed with a flashlight, he went outside to check what was going on, and saw the same woman.
Listen, you need to leave now. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna let them out. It's midnight. What are you doing here? Leave now. It's midnight. We're not playing any more games. You are agitating my dogs. I told you late at night my guard dogs are out, and they're out. I'm not gonna be babysitting. You broke into the property at 3 in the morning. They're gonna come out.
I just came to bless you and your dog.
You need to leave now. You need to leave now. I'm letting them out. Don't come any closer. I'm gonna let them out.
You don't have to let them out.
I'm gonna let them out. They're here and they're waiting.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna leave. The police has been looking for 4 days now. There's no one around. This is my place. I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know where you're coming from.
I just came to bless you.
I'm letting my dogs out.
Don't do that.
She disappeared. What the hell?
The woman, however, insisted that she came to bless his dogs. The whole situation was so bizarre that the trainer looked visibly tense, ready to release the dogs at any moment. When she showed up during the day, it already seemed strange. But now, appearing at night, saying things like that, viewers were left with only one question. Something was clearly not right with this woman. In 2019, the creator of the YouTube channel Muskrat Outdoors, along with his wife, visited a bear baiting site to retrieve their trail cameras. These are remote, nearly uninhabited wilderness areas. While exploring, they came across an old trail and decided to follow it. It led them to a curious location. The footage captured several key elements that shed light on what they had found. First was a hidden shelter, or stash, a kind of camouflaged hut, inside which they discovered an old metal milk can. It was stuffed with stretched animal hides, including those of a chicken, fox, coyote, and badger.
2 marten that were loose, a fox with a marten that was stuffed inside of the fox, so 3 marten, a fox, a coyote, and 2 badgers.
The hides were tightly packed, some even stuffed inside one another. They were moldy, dried out, and seemingly prepared for sale. To trap, skin, and process this many different animals would likely take an entire season. The host admitted he had never seen anything like it before. So what could it all mean? He speculated that perhaps a hunter had prepared the stash long ago, but never returned to collect it. If that's the case, what happened to him? Was he attacked by wild animals, leaving his gear abandoned deep in the forest? In the comments, people shared stories of missing hunters, some whose remains were eventually found, and others who simply vanished without a trace. But the most shocking twist came from 2 additional findings. About 300 feet from the stash site, they discovered another strange structure, and this one was covered in thick, unidentifiable animal hair.
Where that barrel was with all the critters in it, gotta be Sasquatch. Maybe Sasquatch killed that guy. Actually, this is kind of strange.
Camper Vibe, a popular YouTube channel with over 110,000 subscribers, is best known for its engaging content about camping and renovations. But one particular episode stands apart from the rest: a solo camping trip into one of the UK's most infamous locations, the Screaming Woods of Daring, near Pluckley, in Kent. Often described as the most haunted forest in Britain, these woods carry a reputation so chilling it would test even the bravest adventurer. The creator of Camper Vibe decided to spend 48 hours there, completely alone. As an experienced solo female camper used to wild, isolated trips, she rarely gets spooked. This time, however, the heavy atmosphere of Daring Woods, combined with their sinister history, proved to be a different kind of challenge. The woods earned the name Screaming Woods because of the disturbing sounds often reported at night, piercing screams and phantom footsteps echoing through the fog. Local folklore is full of ghost stories. The spirit of an 18th century army colonel who took his own life, a highwayman gruesomely murdered in the forest, and shadowy figures said to follow travelers between the trees. At first, everything seemed normal. She pitched her tent deep in the woods and cooked steak and chips over the fire. But as night fell, the calm was shattered by strange, unsettling noises. The camera picked up unusual sounds while she sat near the flames.
If you can see, a Cadbury's Pot of Joy. Yogurt, basically. Chocolate yogurt. There is a lot of noises in these woods. Where's my spoon? Sounds like kids screaming. That's just a train. Is it a bird or is it kids screaming? That's a bird. That's a gunshot. The hammock's really comfy, thank God, so I should sleep well, I would think. Where's my big beam? What was that noise? This is definitely odd.
By around 2 a.m., things became truly unnerving. At 3:50 a.m., a sudden disturbance sent the crows into a frenzy. their loud cawing echoing through the forest as if warning of an unseen presence. So, could the legends about the Screaming Woods be true? This episode of Campervide leaves the mystery wide open, inviting viewers to step into one of Britain's eeriest locations, where centuries of history and haunting folklore intertwine beneath the ancient canopy. Novice Wild Camper, a rising YouTube channel focused on wilderness camping in the UK, has uploaded a series of videos that have left viewers deeply unsettled. In the first installment, the camper sets up a hammock in the heart of a quiet, isolated forest. As darkness falls, the calm atmosphere quickly shifts into something more disturbing. The stillness of the woods is broken by strange, unexplained sounds echoing all around.
I don't like it here.
Visibly on edge, the camper tries to track down the source of the noises, but comes up empty-handed.
It's full of creatures and animals running around, and twigs on the floor, so you hear everything snapping and cracking and breaking. There's a huge amount of noises around here. I've picked a chestnut tree wood, so there are chestnuts crashing around constantly. Sounds like Bigfoot's throwing rocks at the hammock.
As the night drags on, things only get more alarming. Out of nowhere, a rock lands near the hammock.
Suddenly by my hammock, a massive, massive thud hits the ground and bounces. And I jumped up, unzipped it, put my torch on, and there's a rock on the floor that wasn't there when I went to bed.
Not long after, a large branch comes crashing to the ground close by.
This doesn't land coming down. It bounces towards me. It hit the floor and was still rolling towards me. This place is freaked out.
Shaken and unnerved, the camper quickly packs up his gear and leaves, swearing never to return. After spending the rest of the night in his car, he recalls an eerie encounter with a man he spotted on the roadside, sharing the unsettling conversation they had. But despite his vow to stay away from the forest, the story didn't end there.
And there's a man just walking down the road by me, and he saw me and he went, "All right." And I was like, "All right." And he went, "You been camping in the woods?" I said, "Yeah, just a little hammock camp." And he says, "You went, you're brave." I said, "Why is that?" And he went, "People have done it before, no one's lasted." I said, "What do you mean?" And he just laughed and he went, "You know what I mean." I walked off.
Months later, after repeated requests from his viewers, the YouTuber reluctantly returned to the same spot, this time with better gear, including infrared cameras and motion detectors. In the long-awaited Part 2, he once again braved a night in those woods. As the evening settled in, the all-too-familiar strange noises began to creep back. Determined to uncover the truth, he set up his new infrared equipment. What he captured was nothing short of terrifying.
I might switch off for a second. It could just be someone walking a dog or something down the main track. That was close.
The discovery left both the camper and his audience questioning what exactly was happening in those woods. Was it the work of a prankster, an unknown animal, or something far darker?
Nothing around there. Is that? There's two handprints. I swear that wasn't there. There's two.
The mystery remains unsolved, but one thing is certain. These woods are anything but ordinary. March 23rd, 2023. Somewhere in the forests of Oregon, a motorcyclist was filming as he rode along an off-road trail when something completely unexpected happened. The rider, a man named Idan, had been here before, but for some reason, he seems uneasy this time. Something strange, and honestly, quite creepy, unfolds in front of him. Watch closely.
That's kind of creepy. Go this way. This is where most people would turn around. If you turn around, you never get to see what's on the other side. That's where all the gold is waiting over there. Could be missing out what's on the other side. Hello?
Concerned for his safety, he quickly turns around and heads back home. Months later, Idan returned to the same place, but unlike what happened before, this time the situation shook him to his core. Watch.
Oh god, there's even more bones than last time. Looks like we've already passed it a while ago, but that tree is gone. I'm probably gonna turn around soon. Oh, there's two ways. Holy crap, dude, this trail goes on forever. It just got really quiet really fast. That was my cue to leave.
At one point, as if by some unseen force, all the crickets suddenly fall silent. You can just barely make out a tall, pale figure emerging from the brush, and if you look closely, it appears to crouch down and move slowly, almost like it's stalking prey. Visibly terrified, Idan struggles to start his bike. Eventually he rides off into the forest, not knowing what it was he had just seen. Some viewers believe he may have been hunted by a massive forest predator. Joey is a TikToker who actively documents his life in videos. He often travels the world with his girlfriend. This time, they drove their van deep into the woods at the foot of Pymard Mountain to camp, recording everything on camera. After they arrived and found the perfect spot, they spent the night in the van. The next morning, Joey, as usual, started filming while his girlfriend explored the area. What she discovered shocked them both.
Lodge Explorer.
Huh? What? What?
What is that?
What the fuck?
That was not there last night.
Nah, that shit wasn't there last night. We pulled up here. I come over here and set up this solar thing last night. You ain't do that. Holy shit.
A medium-sized rock, neatly placed on a stump a few feet from their van. What made it alarming wasn't the rock itself, but what the nighttime visitor had written on it. The inscription read, "I will kill again." The message was chilling. The rock with the inscription hadn't been there when they arrived. It had appeared during the night while they slept. The rock had been deliberately positioned so it would be noticed right away. Was it a prank, or something more sinister? At first they hesitated to call the police. They could have simply left and made themselves safe, but after thinking it over, and worrying that it might have been left by a murderer who could harm others in the future, they decided to seek help. They drove down the mountain to get cell service.
Hi,
So I kind of have something crazy and weren't sure who to call. So we were camping off of the forest road right next to Douglas Fir last night. There was a rock that we woke up to that was carved into that said, "I will kill again," placed next to our van on a tree stump. But no.
Felt like we should have called and told somebody there was a note that said, "I will kill again," scrawled on a rock and left near a van in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what we need to do, did you take a photo of it at all?
Yes.
And a video.
So what we want to do, we need to contact, I'm going to have you contact the Whatcom County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
And they're the ones that take care of that for us here, but it's good for us to know as well. Well, let's see. Oh, what is it here? This is Border Patrol.
Feeling really secure right now.
James Griffin.
Okay.
He's a Forest Service patrol captain, and then he can pass that on with the Whatcom County for the Sheriff's Office as well.
I will give him a call.
All right. Thank you for letting us know.
Thank you.
Be
Bye.
careful.
Be careful.
No, hey, Alex, how secure do you feel up here now?
The forest ranger on duty couldn't really help them. He probably thought it was a prank. So they decided to call the police.
No, we left it right there. We did take pictures of it, but like I said, it's right down the road. We left it right where it was, just so we could get into service and
Get the hell away from the rock.
Yeah, are you going to be at Chair 9 for a few minutes?
Yeah, we'll be here.
Let me call my sergeant and see if he wants me to collect the rock or if just photo be sufficient. So,
If y'all don't want the rock, I'm going to go back and get it. That's pretty cool. Like, I've never been left a love note from a serial killer.
It's just...
Well, I guess, one of my thoughts is, have we had anything suspicious like that happen in that area or anywhere else?
Hey.
So let me ask my sergeant what he thinks, and then I'll call you back.
Ma'am, and I don't know if it counts for anything on the police scale, but I'm a pretty wild individual and not easily scared, and that shit gave me the heebie-jeebies.
No, that would weird any normal person out, yeah.
And I'm not normal, that's the thing. I'm very abnormal, but that shit scared me.
And the abnormal people, yeah.
How long do you think before you call back? Because once we go inside, the service kind of dips out.
Less than 5 minutes.
Okay, perfect. I'll just stay out here.
The officers were alarmed, especially after learning the couple had photo and video evidence showing the rock's placement. Although authorities weren't sure whether the message was tied to a crime, they took it seriously enough to start documenting the case. Still uneasy, Joey and his girlfriend made the difficult decision to return to the clearing and retrieve the rock for the police. But when they got back, another group of campers had already set up exactly where the rock had been found. Not wanting anyone else to experience the same fear, Joey approached the new campers and explained what had happened.
Hello. Hey guys, we just wanted to warn you about something. We stayed here last night. Hey, we stayed here last night. I'm gonna show you something real quick. So you see this right here?
Yeah.
We stayed here last night and we reported this. This was not here when we went to bed, but this rock right here that somebody scrawled, "I will kill again," was laid on this stump sometime between when we went to bed and when we came back. And we came back to get the rock because it freaked us the fuck out, dude.
When did you guys come back?
We were here last night in the morning and it was there. So we left it there and went down and got service and called the cops. We came back to get this. When we saw you here, we're like, hey, we're going to tell you what we found.
Yeah.
We've stayed here 2 out of the last 3 nights. It's completely silent. The fucking brook is wonderful, but that was really freaky, dude.
Well, I mean, I'm strapped, so.
Yeah. I said, hey, if you're going to come serial kill me,
Yeah.
goddamn fair game, cuz.
Exactly. Hey, thanks for the warning.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Cool. My name's Joe, man. Are you staying up here in the
Jim?
PNW? Joe.
Joe?
And that's out.
I might just stay up and wait for this dude.
And
I'm
everything.
thinking maybe it's just like a local spot and the locals wanted us out and that's what it was.
I'm gonna take my hatchet, put it in.
Yep.
Hey, fuck around and find out.
Right,
Hey, man. Thank
you
you
guys
so
don't
much.
hear from me, so I'm happy to meet.
Yep,
All right.
we know.
Be safe, cool. Nice to meet you, dude.
The group listened, visibly disturbed, as Joey showed where the rock had been and told them what was written on it. They hadn't noticed anything earlier, but once it was pointed out, they understood the seriousness of the situation. They thanked him for the warning, and one of them admitted he was armed, just in case whoever left the message came back. Was it a hoax meant to scare people away from a favorite campsite? A local warning to discourage camping in that area? Or evidence that someone nearby had serious intentions to do harm? Later, Joey admitted he's not easily rattled. Still, the incident shook both him and his girlfriend. The location, the wording, the timing, it all felt too deliberate to ignore. The following video was uploaded to the channel Adventures with Rich, a creator who combines stories of true crime and unexplained events. But this episode turned out to be nothing like his usual content. On August 11th, 2024, one of his videos took an unexpectedly disturbing turn. Rich was deep in a remote forest. This time, he was following a set of coordinates he had received on an anonymous online forum where users share strange and mysterious locations. According to Rich, these particular coordinates came from a person who had long been posting about strange occurrences in the same area. Rich said that this person had previously led him to several odd places where he found a detached pump head, a triangular pendant, and Scrabble tiles spelling out the name Pam. Convinced that all of these discoveries were connected, Rich decided to follow the new lead and once again ventured into the woods.
Did find this. It's another piece of that book I keep finding. Put it right there so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Support a government designed and run for all the people. There's stuff that's circled. It says that the circled ones, I think, make a sentence. It says, evil men organized governmental deaths. Governments are failing, cooperating. I just flipped it over, and I got that.
After returning to his car, he began to suspect that there was something much darker behind all of this. Still, he decided to check one more location. By then, night had fallen. Armed with only a flashlight, he made his way through the dense forest and eventually discovered a small container filled with Scrabble tiles.
Oh my god, are you serious? I don't know if you can see that. Scrabble letters. I'm going to take them back to the car and see if I can spell out what it wants me to spell out. It's not the first time I've come across Scrabble letters doing this.
After some time, he managed to arrange the letters into a phrase. I see you. Shaken but determined, Rich followed the final set of coordinates, which led him even deeper into the forest. In the beam of his flashlight, he saw another piece of paper with the message,
the way to happiness does not include the fear of being found out. You did this to yourself. Now we see everything. And now you must find Pam. She was a hiker that we found. The clues will lead you to her.
Exhausted, Rich returned to his car. In a follow-up video, he explained that he planned to return to the same forest once more to get to the bottom of what was happening. The first new set of coordinates led to nothing, and his frustration was clear in his voice. He decided to try one last time, and that's when things became truly threatening.
What is that? That's a wallet. Yeah, I'm gonna open it because if somebody's missing a wallet, maybe I can get it back to them. I'm not gonna show nothing except a Visa. What's the name? Oh my god. Oh my God. Fuck. Found a wallet. I'm taking it because I'm going to the cops. I've been doing this for a little while now. And the name Pam keeps coming up. It came up a few times. Once on it in Scrabble letters. And another time on a piece of paper from a book. The name Pam came up. The name I just found on that card was Pam.
The name Pam kept appearing again and again, several times on paper, once in a book, and even on a map. When he finally returned to his car, he found another message waiting for him. Someone, presumably the same person, had left the words, "Go home," once again spelled out with Scrabble tiles. Rich immediately left the area and brought all of the items to the police. They told him that there had recently been reports of suspicious activity in that region, mostly involving teenagers who were allegedly pulling pranks. Perhaps it was just a cruel joke, but maybe it was something far more serious, possibly even an unsolved missing person case. Rich admitted that someone might just be trying to mess with him, but he also couldn't shake the feeling that he had accidentally become part of a real disappearance story. The mystery didn't end there. In a recent update, Rich showed a letter he had received. The police will not find her, but you might. Don't ever call her again. The letter was signed with the same mysterious triangle symbol he had encountered multiple times before. What do you think about this strange case? Rich asks his viewers at the end of the video. This man went for a nighttime walk in the forest with his dogs when they suddenly started growling and panicking after hearing a distinct, unfamiliar sound.
Lola, Miley, come on, let's go. It sounds large, whatever it is. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Oh, good.
The dogs looked confused and tense, so he began recording with his phone to capture their strange behavior. The noises grew even louder, prompting the man to take shelter in a small forest cabin, where they stayed until everything finally went quiet. What makes this video truly unsettling is the dog's reaction. It looked completely natural and genuine, not staged at all, which makes you wonder if something truly unusual was happening out there. The dogs could have been reacting to the sounds of some wild animal, but what exactly was making those eerie noises? Share your thoughts in the comments. This man set out on a solo hike through the Austrian mountains. His route followed a barely visible trail that wound its way through dense forest and rocky slopes. He planned to reach the summit before nightfall, but instead stumbled upon something entirely unexpected. An old World War I cemetery, a place that doesn't appear on any map. Deciding to stay for a while, he began carefully examining and studying this forgotten burial ground. The video carries the chilling title, "They're in the Cemetery, Afraid of the Light and Screaming." The title itself suggests a ghost story waiting to be told, whispers of fallen soldiers' spirits rising here at night. But of course, that's nothing more than legend. What makes this discovery remarkable is that no one before him even seemed to know this cemetery existed. The old wooden crosses and weathered stone markers barely peek through the thick moss and overgrown grass, while the silence surrounding the place makes the atmosphere all the more oppressive. As he explored the graves, for just a moment it seemed like a face was peering out from behind one of the headstones. Most likely, it was only an illusion. Shadows and beams from his flashlight creating the eerie effect of pareidolia. Still, the sight was enough to leave a deeply unsettling feeling. Black Crag is a YouTuber who dedicates his channel to hiking across trails, forests, and remote corners of nature. His videos are usually calm and peaceful, often featuring him camping overnight in the places he explores. In one episode, he decided to spend the night on Souther Fell in the Lake District, a place surrounded by strange stories of a so-called marching army said to appear along the ridge. Legends of these ghostly visions date back to the 18th century, when locals reported that on Midsummer's Eve, they saw vast rows of soldiers moving across the hillside. Such accounts were repeated several times, with witnesses insisting it really happened. Yet no physical trace of an army was ever found. This time, Souther Fell became Black Crag's campsite. He set up his tent, spent time with his dog, and at one point went for a walk along the ridge.
It's 8:30 and I thought I'd have a little wander along the hill ridgeline. There's the tent there, obviously a little cairn as well. So the sun, yeah, it's not far off the drop behind that hill now, and it has dropped a little bit in temperature. This coat is a little bit overkill. 20 past 10, still no sign, nothing. And it's getting quite dark now. Moon's up, probably can't see it, I can't even see me. The moon's up, one of the planets is up, I don't know what that is.
At first, everything seemed quiet. He admired the sunset in the night sky. Later, he switched his camera to infrared mode to film in the darkness, and still, nothing unusual seemed to be happening. But when he returned to his tent, he noticed a strange figure standing near the entrance.
I've switched to night vision mode. Got the infrared on, and I probably look very, very strange, but I can't see anything now. It's kind of weird looking, probably in this. There's still quite a bit of light in the sky there, but in terms of on the ground, it's very dark. You can see Finn though. Yeah, so I've not seen anything. I've not seen a single, not even a single soldier, nothing. A bloke stood next to my tent. What the That has absolutely scared the out of me. I'm not kidding you. Walking down there, coming back towards the tent, talking to you guys. I'm telling you right now, there was somebody stood right here. Oh, I'm not kidding you, the hairs on my arms are stood up. My skin is crawling. Right there. Finn's just oblivious to it.
The sight terrified him, and he quickly took shelter inside. The night turned tense, with the unnerving feeling that someone, or something, was lingering nearby.
I don't know, honestly, I don't know what the hell I saw then. I don't know whether I saw, maybe it might have been my imagination now. Honestly, I don't know, but flipping heck, that really spooked me. Really, really spooked me. I'm just gonna try and get a better kip and see how we get on. Finn's down.
Several months later, he returned to Souther Fell determined to understand what had happened.
Blah, blah, blah. And I'm absolutely certain there was someone stood right by the tent, and that's why I was like, what the hell? So what I did is I got the camera and I spun it round like this and started to face forward and walk towards the tent. So I was kind of coming down here. It certainly wasn't boggy. It was nice and dry that night. And as I got to the tent, there was no one there. So I was still filming this whole time. Got here, like, right, okay, someone's messing about here. They're either hiding behind the tent or they've jumped into this long grass here, so I came over here. I played the footage back, and if you've seen the video, you'll see that it cuts out. It cuts out as I turn the camera around and start walking that direction. I was still filming then. I was still going towards that grass and looking and everything, and I didn't know. I didn't find out until I got home that the camera, for some reason, just stopped recording as soon as I turned around. However, and I'll put it on the screen now, I caught something. There was something stood by the tent. Something tall, something scary looking, but pretty much what I saw, you know. So what I saw was actually there.
While reviewing the footage, he realized that his camera had stopped recording at the exact moment he turned it toward the figure. Still, what remained on film matched what he had seen with his own eyes. A tall, dark silhouette standing beside his tent. What it truly was, he has never been able to explain. This man, from the YouTube channel MA Journey, known for his ASMR-style videos about hiking through the wilderness, set out this time in search of an old hunting cabin hidden deep in the mountains. But as night fell, he realized he was still far from his destination. Luckily, he came across an old abandoned tree shelter just in time. He decided to make camp there for the night, and it soon became clear he had made the right choice. A pack of wolves began circling nearby. Had he continued searching for the cabin that night, things could have ended very differently. In this video, filmed somewhere at the foothills near Calgary, a strange creature seems to have been caught on tape, possibly in distress. Its haunting scream has captured the imagination of thousands of viewers. The clip quickly went viral, leaving people to wonder what could be behind such an unsettling sound.
Oh, this is it. Maybe it wasn't 2012, it was 2013.
Theories range from a moose to Bigfoot, or even an angry bear. Whatever it is, the scream is undeniably disturbing. But what do you think? A lovesick moose during mating season? Bigfoot? Or something even more sinister? Share your theories in the comments.
Oh, this is it. Maybe it wasn't 2012, it was 2013.
A man named Chris was biking through the mountains near Fernie, British Columbia, when he suddenly noticed movement in the tall grass that looked like an animal approaching. In that instant, he realized it was a mountain lion and decided to start recording.
You can see it, but there's a mountain lion. He's crouching in the grass. He's actually coming towards me.
At first, the animal was difficult to spot, but as Chris moved closer to the trail, it became visible, emerging from the grass and heading in his direction.
That is a mountain lion, and he's stalking me.
Although encounters with cougars are rare, it's well known that they can attack people under certain circumstances. And if you ever see one stalking you through the tall grass, slowly closing the distance while keeping its eyes fixed on you, there's no question that you're in danger. About 2 minutes into the recording, the lion begins to move faster, and Chris makes the one mistake you should never make when facing this predator. He turns his back and starts to run.
Hey, Mr. Mountain Lion. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I am much bigger than you.
Over the next several minutes, he tries to scare the animal away, but it only circles around him and continues to stalk, watching him closely from the grass near the edge of the forest. A short while later, the uploader attempts to make his way back toward the main trail leading to his car, but he doesn't get far before the cougar cuts him off again.
Stay back. Stay there. I'm not afraid of you.
Fortunately, after several tense moments, the predator finally turns around and disappears into the trees. Being in that position must have been truly terrifying, especially knowing that the only reason the lion didn't attack was simply because it chose not to. Had it felt more threatened, it could have easily inflicted serious harm. Thankfully, this time it was just a close call, and Chris managed to walk away from the frightening encounter unharmed. This guy, who runs a YouTube channel dedicated to finding hidden treasures using a metal detector, was exploring the forest late in the evening. At one point, his equipment began to beep rapidly. He brushed away the fallen leaves and discovered several wooden planks laid over something. Beneath them, he found a metal container buried in the ground. When he managed to pry it open, what he saw inside absolutely horrified him. Inside the box was a female mannequin head, and sticking out of the right side was a blade. The entire head was smeared with bright red paint, made to resemble blood. The whole thing looked like a twisted piece of art, or a disturbing installation. It's hard to imagine why someone would go to the trouble of creating something so disturbing, hiding it deep in the woods where no one might ever find it. Was it just a sick joke? Some kind of creepy performance art? Or something even darker? Let's hope it was just a strange prank, and not the work of some deranged person hiding out in the forest.